So Sarah, I know that you've worn a McCaffrey Haute Couture gown for one or two events. David McCaffrey is joining us right now. Great to have you here. And we're kind of doing a switch over. We are so accustomed to seeing these gorgeous bridal gowns coming from you, but it's nice that there's a switch in there too, and you've got some great ideas for different figures, different looks, especially as we're into the holiday season.
Well, during the holidays, there's all kinds of fabulous looks that are here for us, and right now we've got some of the best collections. I put out like 7, 8, 9 new pieces of things that are just stunning on different types of body shapes and things like that.
Can I start with the first one, because this was eye-catching?
Well, I love this. This sequins dress. Sequins is so in right now. This is like the hottest little dress. So this is something where you can put on some really...
By little, we mean
it's
little.
That could
once
almost
you start
be like
to go down, it cuts off pretty quickly.
But this totally accentuates the waist. And if you have like a smaller bust line, this is like great for your bust line as well, with a really low V cut. It's just a stunning little piece.
Back. This is the best part.
And then the little off-the-shoulder straps makes it just finishes it off beautifully.
And you know, because of the length, you can have some fun wearing a black tights, a different
and you put on some nice hosiery with that, and some really 5-inch pumps, and you're just like off. This is great for like a New Year's Eve function, something like that.
This is beautiful. I know someone's heading off to a European destination with something like that.
Yes. Yes, you're right. Getting engaged.
This one.
This is another beautiful piece. What's great about this is that on the top you've got this higher neckline, but at the back you've got this super low back, which then brings it to a great point that you show other parts of your body. Again, this is for somebody that's taller and thinner, but very stunning little piece. Okay,
so we've got the nice kind of very thin model-esque type bodies here, but then you're saying too, this is the trick with a lot of women in terms of this ruching along the waist.
Well, exactly. What happens is when you do the ruching from side over to the side, you're gonna sort of be able to cover up that holiday pooch. So what happens is that, you know, what happens, everybody likes to eat around the holidays and things like that. But with this, you have like a nice A-line that comes out, so it's gonna accentuate and give you a smaller little waist because you're having the ruching coming over to the side, and then offsetting that with that one sleeve, it just turns into a beautiful piece.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, and the ruching in the back too gives that slimming effect. So everything comes into a middle point and finishes it nicely.
This one, you said, this blue one here, this is one of your favorites, and this is a new design.
Dress. This is such a gorgeous piece. This is made out of the finest silk, and this back, this goes really low. And so cowl, and with a bit more of a conservative edge on the front with the front, but this opens up too, and again, you show some amazing leg. And
this is high. This is right up on the thigh.
Yeah, it comes right up on the thigh, so it just drops.
So you've got a little sexy in the front on the leg, and you think that it's nice and high, and then you turn around, and then there's a surprise in the back.
Super low back. It's just like it all becomes a fabulous piece. Yeah.
Okay, this one is what you say is your classic.
This is a classic dress. This is so great with the French Chantilly lace, and then with this sash that just sucks you in at the waistline.
And I talked about this little peak of red.
Wow,
like that's
the little peak of red is so great. You know what's so good about this is just how so about the holidays, right? You have the little Christmas theme going on here, so you have that little bit of red, just gives that little bit of flair that makes you stand out amongst the crowd. That's awesome. And then we have one final one that we want to get to. This is an interesting one. It has a little bit of everything. This is totally just the greatest runway piece. So you put this on. Okay, what is you said? And what are these? This is gunmetal accents. The colors of this are just so great with the black instead of the silver. Put this on, and there will be not one single person, not one guy that won't just love you to death in this dress. That is just, it's remarkable. Another one of these shorts, so you kind of got to be creative as to how you're going to do and how you're going to carry it down the legs. Put on the 5-inch pumps. Yes. You're set. You're good. We got to find 5-inch ones here in the city, which is great. Always a challenge. These are beautiful dresses, and of course, just a great kind of switch in terms of. Are you enjoying this? I love this part. Kind of taking the break from the whites and the creams. I love it. I think it's just the best to be able to dress everybody and put them into these gorgeous dresses. And that's the thing, and I think people need to understand too. I mean, you've got these great lines, but for people to come in and sit down with you and talk about what it is, and I mean, this is a designer, right? You're literally designing as it goes. Speaking of which, in the midst of wrapping up designing a wedding dress that you will see walking down the aisle, and so we're going to talk about designing what you call the best dress you've ever made. The best I've ever made. We're going to get to that in the second segment with McCaffrey Haute Couture.